Hi, I'm Millie, Kendall.
And I'm Solowij. And we're the co-founders of BeautyMART, and we're going to be asking each other questions today about how to become a makeup artist and how to prepare your CV to get a chance of either an internship or a job in the industry. So Millie, I'm going to start by asking you how to become a makeup artist, and I've got 5 questions for you.
Okay.
First one is, do you think it's important to have an art background, some kind of degree or sort of artistic flair?
I think it's more important to have artistic flair. I wouldn't say necessarily a degree, but it's more important to have artistic flair to become a successful makeup artist. I think that there's a difference between being a makeup artist and being a highly successful makeup artist.
Yeah.
You can learn technique, but you can't learn taste and a flair for art. So it's very easy to become a makeup artist because there are many schools out there where you can be taught technique and how to apply product. But to be a hugely successful makeup artist, you really do have to have some sort of background in art.
Okay. Would you say it's important then, given you've got that sort of artistic flair, do you think it's good to then go and do a course at one of the established schools?
I think that some of the established schools, I think, are great, and I personally think that for a woman, you apply your makeup anyway. So how much are you going to learn? You might learn some techniques.
This question's for guys.
This is for guys. But the reason to enter into some sort of formal education in the world of makeup artistry is for contacts.
Yeah.
I think it's for contacts, it's for connections. It's, generally speaking, they have tutors or even jobbing makeup artists that come in and do the training. Mm-hmm. And the more you envelope yourself.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Yeah.
The more you
surround
yourself in the industry, the more opportunity you're going to have on the back end, because you're going to meet people that work in the field. London College of Fashion is an amazing place to go to learn to be a makeup artist. But what you learn and who you get to know are two different things, and you need balance in any education environment.
That was going to be my next question, because I think to get into any job anywhere, it really helps to know people who are in there and already doing it, and obviously the schools are a good source of that.
But you also have to make it part of your career path to infiltrate the industry and get to know people. I mean, you can't. You'd be very, very lucky to wake up and know a Ruby Hammer or Mary Greenwell.
So should you be hanging out at the shows? Should you be going and hanging out at Spring Studios Bar, that kind of thing, if you live in London?
Hanging out at Spring Studios Bar.
That's where all the happen.
You should. I mean, I think the thing is that even making teas and coffees and getting an internship somewhere like Spring Studios, or finding a way to even get an internship at London College of Fashion, or there are working at Ilamasca on a Sunday when they do their beauty school drop-ins. There's places that you can spend time working for free, primarily, that will give you an edge, and it is definitely a lot about who you know and how you work your way through that.
Highly competitive industry. Everybody wants those jobs. How important do you think product knowledge is?
I think that if you want a career in makeup, you have to be ultimately very passionate about the medium that you're using. You have to know what to do with it, and it would be like having an art or being in an art major. You need to know how to mix colour, what the difference is between oils and watercolours. You can't not know what you're using. I think that, well, you and I both trawled cosmetic beauty halls for years. They now call it a beauty hall on YouTube, but back then it was hauling the beauty halls, trawling the beauty halls. But you need to know what you're working with, for sure. And not everybody can afford all the greatest, latest products. So, working your way around a beauty hall and trialing things is vital.
Yeah. If you're coming up to being established as an assistant, and maybe you've had a couple of jobs, how important is a portfolio to show your work? Should you be testing? Should you always keep testing? What happens about putting a book together that goes out to represent you?
It's funny, isn't it? because testing, you don't really hear much about that anymore. But then again, you have successful and well-established makeup artists that will do something for free or cheap in order just to express the art, and not always as a paid, big money job. So I guess it still
happens. Alex Box did that to produce the work for her last book. She worked with Rankin on a whole series of pictures, which then turned into a book. But it was just she wanted to get these ideas out. She wasn't being commissioned to do them.
I think sometimes jobbing makeup artists become very commercial, and they want to move away from being so commercial, so they go back into sort of testing with some photographers that they started their career with. So it does still happen, but. I would say that I would be devastated if the hard copy portfolio disappeared. I think that they're beautiful things. I think that it's a lovely thing to be able to present to somebody looking for a model, a photographer, or a makeup artist. I think sometimes the colour calibration on a screen doesn't always represent very well.
Prints are expensive, though. I can
Prints
understand.
are very expensive. Also, updating a portfolio. I mean, I've seen some incredibly successful makeup artists become completely devastated because their agent hasn't updated their portfolio in 10 years, and they've got work in there that they've forgotten they did, and they should have forgotten they'd done it because it wasn't the best work they'd have ever done. So it's quite hard to keep it up. But as a makeup artist, I did just for the sake of, an archive. And having said that, online is very accessible, easy to update.